Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so the space station is underway, and I'm launching my second piece to the station. It really isn't that exciting, the piece I'm launching, but this will ensure that our space station is there to stay for good, and it's a solar array. Now, the one thing I didn't do was hotkey them, obviously, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. This has a total of 8 solar panels on it, and there's going to be 2 of them. So I think you guys can kind of understand where I'm going with the space station a little bit. Wow, and I just totally broke my sound barrier thing too. I might as well just keep going and keep pushing through the atmosphere. Totally not paying attention. I think I'm just in awe, in absolute awe of how epic this thing is. So, this is going to increase our battery life too, as far as the space station is concerned as well. We're going to be able to, this one obviously has 8,000, and the other one will also have another 8,000. So, in total, we're looking at somewhere around almost 40,000 battery. I think. Oh, we're going the wrong way. This way. There we go. Just flip it over. We are going way too fast, and yeah, I kind of screwed up the launch a little bit. So give me a break on that one. So let's get this thing in orbit, and let's get this thing ready for attachment. I just heard an explosion. I thought the whole rocket exploded. Bring this down. Alright. What are we looking at? Alright, yeah, that's already good. We don't need to go out any further than that. Just bring this down a lot so we're not gaining any more altitude. That was a little bit of my fault on the launch, so I make noob mistakes every now and again. Everyone does. It's fun. But we're also adding something new as well to our station. We are adding monopropellant, or the RCS fuel. I just call it RCS. But, alright. Whoa, we are gaining way too much altitude. It's getting really close here. Bring this down a little bit more. Jeez, we are just climbing like crazy. I know we are going pretty fast, but bring this down. I don't want to gain any more altitude. Alright, that's perfect. So let's bring this over. And, oh yeah, I was going to set this as target as well. There we go. Now we just got to do a little burn, just a little bit. This is the best part about the way I take off. I mean, a lot of people have criticized it over the times, basically saying, like, shouldn't you do your grav turn a lot lower? And I'm not that concerned about it. Like, I really, it's not that big of a deal for me. I really don't care so much for having a lower grav turn, only because when you look at something like MechJeb, which is what a lot of people use, it will do these things for you. So the fact that it's doing it for you makes it easier. That way, you know, a takeoff can be perfect every single time. It will be absolutely perfect, and you'll take advantage of basically everything. But when you're doing it manually, for me, I just don't care. I flat out don't care. I haven't really noticed any advantages or disadvantages as far as doing my grav turn earlier or later. As far as fuel consumption is concerned, it really doesn't matter. Most of my rockets are the exact same cookie cutter rocket. Yeah, I'm looking for a node here, and I have no node. Bring this. Oh god, I just screwed it all up. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Stop it. Stop. We're not gonna have to do much correction here. That's amazing. And we're probably gonna pass the node too, which isn't that big of a deal, but I don't need to line it up perfectly, but whatever we can get, I'll take advantage of. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so if we do a burn right now, alright, yeah, that's not gonna change much. So what we need to do is bring this out to like 150, and I can't see what it's at even right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring this out to like 150, which I don't think is gonna be too hard of a thing to do. Let's see. Yeah, 150. That it's gonna require a whole 2.5 meters a second burn. I do think we're gonna run out of fuel on this burn. I'm not 100% certain. You know, let me check. Yeah, I think we're gonna run out of fuel. Definitely. So just bring this over. Lining up for the burn before, like, we need to line up for the burn, but whatever. Come on. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I just need to bring it up to 150, and then the other side, whatever, I don't even know. So, swing this over. Ever so nicely. Yeah, and that's all we needed. That's it for a burn. And I did that with a Rockomax, the mainsail. I can't believe I did that with a mainsail, but whatever. Alright, so, wow, it looks like our orbit is almost perfect with this thing. I mean, all we're gonna have to do is probably bring it down a little bit, and I think we'll be alright. Let's see. 2.1 and 2.3. You gotta choose which one you want. 2.6. 0.4. Perfect. Everything is just falling in line. I really don't understand this. Every time I remember last time with the Kerbal Space Station, yeah, that was my first Kerbal Space Station, I should say. Holy crap, that thing, building it took me like a month, like, just to get the first solar array on it. Actually, I think I launched that all as one unit altogether. Just to get that solar array on it took me forever. I like almost died. So we're gonna have to do one more orbit around. I'm going to have to do a slight burn here. I'm going to actually jettison. Alright, this is a docking port. Alright, I'm gonna jettison this. We don't need that anymore. No point in even using it, so it's a little excessive. Let's see. Can we do any better? No, we can't. So bring this back down. 0.3, guys. 0.3. That's the best we can get. I don't think we're gonna have to do much of a burn to catch up with this thing. Well, I should say to meet up with it or whatever with our target, because once you get close, I don't think our speeds are gonna be that much different by the time we meet up. So I think it should be almost the same, if not a little different. Let's see. Is this... I want to start at about a minute. Start where we can start getting ready to dock up. There we go. Well, I shouldn't say dock up, but whatever. You know what I mean. Start our burn. Now, 43 meters a second. Wow. A little bit of graphic lag there. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to see. Alright, where is our target? I don't see it. There it is. So we need to burn towards retrograde a little bit. Actually, I think it just loaded in. I think that was the graphic lag that we got. Just burn a little bit towards retrograde. See, now what we're doing is we're pushing the nav ball, well, I should say the retrograde, in our favor. This is one thing, it's a little bit of a fuel-saving technique, if you want to call it that. Basically, you're just pushing it towards where you want it to go. So, when you look at it on the other side, the prograde would be right over the top of the target. So, it would be smack over the top. So, you know, if I bring this down a little bit more, and also, if you look at on here, the separation drops down as well. It will go down to 0 or 1 or, you know, something along those lines. But 17 meters a second approach is pretty fast, but it's not that bad. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. You can see it veers too after a little while, and that's just because of the orbit. And that's the good thing too. That's a very good thing, because it pretty much ensures that you're not going to smash into whatever it is you're trying to dock to. So I'm just going to slow down and cancel out the rest of this velocity. Now this is docking tips, guys. This is just something, you know, you're moving the nav ball around, you're moving the prograde and the retrograde around. That's your main reason, or main way of docking that works, at least for me, flawlessly every single time. So I'm gonna let it get in a little bit closer using that time warp feature. And I'm just gonna ever so nicely try to not smash into this thing, because we are moving towards it. And it's getting a little close. Just a little bit. I think I'm gonna use RCS just so I don't damage anything. There we go. Now we need to dock up here. See, what's weird, if you guys noticed, I think I'll do it again just to show you. The text up here is changed. It's all completely black. Like, maybe hold on, I'll just unset it and then reset it. See if you can look, you can see it here. I think that's a new bug. I am noticing a lot of bugs in this game. Not trying to knock it, but there is a lot of bugs in this game. It's too awesome of a game to just complain about bugs all the time, but as always. So we'll switch over to chase cam here, and whoa, we don't want to hit the piece here. Perfect. Better than perfect. It looks like we got some kind of a velocity going on where these two might touch each other or something. Whatever. It's just, I don't even know what I'm doing, and, well, I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I don't understand how these pieces are just coming together ever so nicely. Everything's just everything in this whole mission has just been ever so nice. The one thing I am noticing, though, is, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm noticing a little bit of rotation, a little bit of movement with this, not the space station, but with this docking. The SAS module appears to not be doing what I want it to do. No, we need to go up. Like, you can see it's kind of, like, with the old system, everything was stationary, like, everything stayed stationary. So, it's kind of rocking around a little bit here and there. A little bit weird. Alright, I'll cancel out that motion there. And get it so we're moving towards the station itself. Now I'm gonna have to do this kind of slowly because I don't want to kind of push into the station. Bring this. We need to be underneath. It's just weird now. It's almost like the ocean. It's like freaking waves. Bring this down. We're pretty lined up. That's all I can say. I mean, there's really no problems with that. Once I dock this piece, though, we will be doing slight changes with trying to line this up. That's the main thing. Alright, this is looking good. Really good. So I'll just speed up a little bit, get us really close, and then I'm going to back off once we get intensely close. But I am going to line these up, don't worry about that. That is going to be a little bit later. Actually, I could probably do it right now if I wanted to, since these two are pretty extremely close. Let's see. Rotate this a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, guys. That's the one thing I will say. Alright, I'll bring this over, down. Slow down a bit for these big mammoth docking ports. Turn off RCS. Turn off SAS. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It is a little off. I can see it just a bit. But I'm going to deploy the first set of panels. That way we can get some power. And then we'll do some messing around after that. Now, the one thing I have a little bit of a complaint about is these solar panels aren't exactly the biggest panels compared to the space station, but I mean, dude, look at the friggin' space station. I mean, Jesus, it looks amazing. That's all I can say so far. So let's I'm not going to mess with the I did put RCS on this too. That's the one thing I think I mentioned before. We have a little bit of RCS, and I wanted to put these tanks on here just to add a little bit of character to it, I guess, if you want to call it that. Alright, and then we have our one single light over here as well. There's a light here, and then there's a light here. So they're both shining towards the center. Now, we need to line up a little bit better, and I don't know how well we're going to be able to line up. That I don't know if this is going to even be possible. So the RCS is off. It doesn't seem to like to move right now. But you can see on the end here, I did put a large SAS unit, and there's going to be another one on the other end, a large SAS unit, and that's going to be kind of the main stabilization for the space station. You know, this in the center here will be used, but it's not going to be as good. So I kind of changed my mind on how the SAS is going to work, and now that we can shut them off, you know, I can always click on it and just change it. We're in time warp, I think. You know, you can always just click on these and turn them off. At least I thought you could. Can you turn off the big ones? I guess not. Whatever. Let's see. What is this doing? Alright, that's looking pretty good, though. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of looking around at things and just trying to see how everything is looking. Yeah, you can tell this is just off by a tiny bit. It's really not that bad. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of piece I can line up with. It looks like I can line up with these two handles here, but I don't know how well that's going to work. So we're going to, actually I'm going to quick save first, just in case if there's any problems. So, we're going to decouple. And then turn on the SAS. Wow, this decoupled really violently. Turn on the RCS. And we're going to have to bring this down a little bit. And I'm really going to have to try to dock these up really well, because it really doesn't seem like we're going to get a lot. So it's not going to be nice with us, so we can't be nice back. Oh god, almost hit the station. Oh, I did just hit the station. Amazing. Whoa. What's going on here? Oh yeah, and I also have to mention I'm also putting SAS on the station as well. Or not SAS, but the RCS thruster block will be on the station. What is going on? Oh god. Stop it. I wasn't paying attention to what controls I was hitting. So that was my little bit of a fault. My bad. Now I'm just like wandering aimlessly. Wow. You know what it is I'm hitting all the wrong keys. That my hand is on the wrong part of the keyboard. And I'm wondering what's going on. Yeah, bring this down over. How are we looking on RCS, by the way? Everything looks good. We need to bring this up. Up. We are floating away, but I'm not that concerned. Alright, get this in the center. Yeah, this is going to be a very drawn out thing, and also because of the fact that the SAS module isn't really keeping a center, it's really starting to drive me nuts. And this thing is toppling as well, it looks like. Everything came together so nicely, and then after I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make a change, and the one single change I make is just driving everything insane. So the moral of today is, once you have it docked up, do not undock it, stupid. Let's bring this up a little bit. Come on. Yeah, this thing really, the SAS really is kind of not working so well. Yeah, we're really starting to float away. Let's get some speed going towards the station instead of away from it. And I'll lower it a little bit, actually. Why is the SAS doing what it's doing? I don't like this. I like the old way better. So I'm going to raise this up a little bit. I wasn't going to move this initially, but I'm just going to raise it up. I'm having all kinds of problems that I really shouldn't be having. Alright. Flip this over. Alright, now we need to shift the other way. I'm going to try to line it up on, like, the nav ball. I'm going to try to line it up on, like, 180 or something. That way we know exactly where to be lined up. Which the opposite would be 90. There we go. Just leave it right there. That is perfect. And is there any way I can rotate this? Or no, I'm going to have to line up to 180. So, 180, it's going to change exactly on 180. What is all this crap floating around here? I don't know what that is. So, alright. Yeah, sorry guys, this is taking so long. I'm going to speed it up actually just to finally put some the last minute touches on this before I undock and everything else. So, I will see you once we get docked up. And I think we got them docked up to the best of my ability, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It took me a long time to get those docked up, but it looks like I think I tried lining these up the best I could, and I think this is about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to turn this towards the sun, and yeah, I'm going to decouple this too. We don't need this anymore. Wait. Yeah, I'm going to transfer out. I got to transfer out in the RCS and all that stuff, but I'm going to get it turned towards the sun for now. And, wow. The controls on this thing don't work how you would expect them to. Maybe if I can I take control from here? No, I can't. Where can I take control? Control from here? Can I control it from there? Yeah, I don't even know. But we need to turn towards the sun a little bit. That way we can get some sun on these panels. Some of them have sun and some of them don't. But this thing is just looking awesome. This is going to be decoupled at the end later. Yeah, just sorry for how long it took, to be honest. I did not intend for it to take that long to dock up. But I just wanted to make sure they were perfect. And for the most part, it's looking pretty good. This has got to be some of the most precise flying I've ever done in this game, because most of the time I used to just not care. So, yeah, it's coming along really nicely. These panels look amazing. They look a little undersized, that's all I will say, but can't complain about everything. So, this is about as good as we're gonna get it. They are on they're slightly diagonal, and that I intended for that. They're not perfect straight. Because you can't line them up to be perfectly straight, so that's kind of what I intended initially. So I was like, okay, well, they're gonna be diagonal, so I can leave them like that almost. And yeah, this just looks awesome. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, yeah, subscribe or whatever. I got more. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And yeah, I will see you next time.